is a house built out of stone, wooden floors, walls, and window sills,
Fairyland Point.
tables and chairs warmed by all of.
I love having a reason to jump out of bed in the morning, and this is as good as any reason to get out of bed and start your day. This is a really unique trail because it goes from the forest, and then you get these little places where you can see into the canyon, and then you go back into the forest for a while. It's really spectacular. And it looks like there's a little palace across the canyon there.
Built a home for you, for me, and
So, it wasn't hot at first. It was very pleasant. Everything was very easy. We saw a deer. It was foresty. It was cold. And then we went into a valley. And then it got really hot. And we still haven't gotten out of that valley. And I still don't know how much is left.
I really
it's all the same.
could use a cup of coffee right now. I need to stretch.
You mean iced coffee?
I really am not that tired. You just get sore. Your hip flexors and your back get tight from walking so much. But I think that's more just the amount of driving we've done for the last few days. So we covered in 48 hours. We went from Ouray all the way to Bryce Canyon in about 48 hours. And that's a lot of miles for us.
Go.
Kind of funny, since living in a motorhome, our problems suddenly become third world problems. Like, oh, we got no water, or oh, we're running out of electricity.
We can't find food ever. We're so grateful when we find a bag of spinach or a bag of mixed greens.
Or gas.
Or gas. Oh no, I hope we don't run out of gas. Who would have thought that like for 100 miles there wasn't a gas station? This is America.
Most people in Utah probably.
Yeah, so if you're ever driving, where was that? Natural Bridges. When you turn from Landing to Hanksville, sometimes there's no gas. There's one place by Lake Powell. Luckily, we took credit cards because it was closed. So we got gas. So, this is how we survive because we can't find food, but we have propane. And so I had a bunch of flour and flaxseed. So every night we make a bunch of cookies. These ones are gluten-free chocolate walnut. And these get us through every morning on our hike. Delicious. Okay, Gabby, we know you love to surf. So with all this rock climbing and hiking, do you feel like it's been a okay substitute for surfing?
It's okay. Surfing is way different. Like, you can't really compare the two. Surfing will always be my favorite sport, but if anything had to come close, it would definitely be rock climbing and hiking. Rock climbing becomes like an addiction. It's like, the better you get at it, the more you like it. Well, obviously that's like for every sport. And then when you're lead climbing, it's like even more of an adrenaline rush. And it's a sick addiction.
And after this, do you think we're going to eventually just go back to our life that we used to lead? Or do you think we're going to be trying to recreate this often?
Of the two, I think that now that you're doing what you want to do, you're going to be like, no, screw that. I don't want to go back to that.
Yeah, I don't like following the rules.
It really is a hellish bliss.
Oh, wait, say it again.
What?
This really is a hellish bliss.
Hey, you stole my line. That's my line. You can only do it when you run.
Okay. Isn't that funny? That should be our family motto, maybe. Hellish bliss.
Only applies to
yours?
running.
Well, what if I said
And
that
life.
this whole trip is like that for me? Like
That's
this-
true.
You can say it's for you, but you cannot just establish.
I'm actually a little tired now. My hammock.
We've run her down.
So good.
This is like one of the coolest hikes we've been on so far in this trip. It's like complete and utter peacefulness. We've only passed probably 5-6 people, and I love a couple parts of this hike where you feel like you're walking in like the desert. The dunes are just rising up and you're walking along the platforms, and these rocks look like sand castles, and you just can't help but think like, you know, feels like Alice in Wonderland or something.
So, Bryce Canyon has not been on the top of my to-do list, and I can't believe that I didn't know how amazing it was here. This is one of those parks that I thought it was just going to be like a big canyon and hot desert, and you're in the middle of the forest. It looks like totally like a fairyland. But the funny thing is we've been posting pictures on Facebook all along the way, and I get a lot of responses like, wow, that looks like fun. I wish I could do that. Of course you can. Everybody can do this. I've wanted to do things like this for a long time, and one day I woke up and said, let's just go do it. So you have to just abandon your fear and go for it.
Dust. This is a place where I don't feel alone. This is a place where I feel at home.
So Dry, you guys, we've been living in our motorhome now for half the amount of time, for 2.5. Utah, you gotta step up your beer. Okay, well let's start with, do you like living in your motorhome?
Medium.
What do you like about living in your motorhome?
And we see a lot of things.
What things do you like that you see?
Animals.
You do see a lot of animals. What animals have you seen?
Fox. Elk. Mule deer. Moose. Pronghorn.
What else do you like about it?
I like it because you get a lot of new foods.
A lot of food. You like to eat, huh?
And he tries new food he never eaten. And it's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Back to San Diego, and you tell people about living in your motorhome and traveling. What are you going to tell them the parts that you like the best?
Like the thing we like to do. I think the thing that I like to do, like that we do the most, is like when we go out just for like a little hike.
You liked that hike today, didn't you? Tell us about that hike today that made it cool.
It was like you walk down through a canyon, and then there's like, it's like really tall up, and then if you walk a little farther, there's just, you can see all the trees and they go up in the mountain, up in the cliffs.
Do you like your rolling house?
Yes, and I like the trip, and I like the hiking thing, the hike, what we did today, and when we got to the top, we got it pizza.
That was pretty good. Oh, what happened today, you guys? That was really cool. What started working today?
The generator. Yeah. It wasn't working for like this whole trip. And then when it worked, when we were okay, I was like, yay!
Today we contemplated going back home or not. I love everybody that we work with at Island Tumble, and I think we have an amazing business. However, I think this is a really good opportunity. I would not go back. But this isn't, most of this trip is about me, so I feel like it's important that we get to do stuff that other people like.
So even though 6 months is a long time, a lot of people when they vagabond, they do it for like, you know, a year or something. If you could, would you want to live like this?
I would be willing to keep trying to live like this indefinitely.
Beyond.
Yes. I think it's going to be hard to transition in September to a regular schedule. but I know that we're going to do this again, so that'll be okay.
I think vagabonding is good and all, but I don't know how many people are doing it with 5 kids in tow. Though I think the way we can do it, I mean, I was even contemplating in September, like, well, why get a house? Why get a house if we're just going to end up wanting to live this lifestyle anyway? Work, take off when we can, live out of campgrounds. It gives us the freedom to do the things and do things that we want when we want.
What was it? Because this 1 month vacation that we're doing, the whole Utah, Colorado one, is kind of our fast-paced one because we only stay 1 or 2 nights, and our next one is supposed to be staying longer at each place. So for this one, if you could change that, would you, or do you like the fast-paced? What?
The pace of this. Go ahead.
I think some part, the pace of our trip.
It's very slow.
Our pace of our trips changes. Sometimes we move from place to place quick. Very often, sometimes we end up staying like pace like Ouray for how many days? 3 nights?
Only 4 nights.
4 nights. Come on, compared to nowhere else would we stay that long. However, I think some part of Robin likes to move until she finds something she really like. Oh my gosh, this is it, and then we stay. So I don't think in a perfect world it works the same way, and that's sort of what we're trying to do. Is like go where it takes you, how you feel. Go by feel.
I would definitely would have stayed in all the places twice as long, but that means an 8-week trip. Because even the places that I didn't love, I still would have just liked more downtime. I feel like a lot of the places, by the time you got your bearings and found a few things to do, there was no time to rest. And for us, it was either do something, prepare food, or drive. And today was one of the first times, on the 28th day of our trip, was the first time for me to actually get to just sit and relax. So I would definitely do it longer. Okay. So Gabby was just asking us if we could vagabond longer, would we? And you guys are a big reason why I'd probably not vagabond longer, because I know it's really painful for you. What do you think? What do you think is so hard about if we did vagabond longer?
Like this, but longer.
Yeah.
Well, one limit to vagabonding longer would be, I know it might not seem like it, but I really, really, really love surfing. More than any other sport, I love surfing, and
Yeah,
I can't
Gabby's
imagine
been,
being away from the ocean more than a month. Well, we are going for more than a month. More than 2 months, I'll say then. Another thing is, because our family is, you lose social interaction with human beings. Jiraiya and Tati are very loud often. You can't have a conversation. They probably don't even know what a conversation is.
Yes, I do.
It'd be hard because it'd be more of this. Well, lots of driving is not fun. I usually, like, Jiraiya and Tati are a pain.
For my mom, she usually makes friends with strangers. Like at each city we meet. Oh, remember that person we talked to? But for me, I guess it's my friends at home. We kind of lose your bonds if you're gone for a long time.
I understand.
I would encourage other people to do it because the places you see, like, I can't begin to describe.
Well, for one thing, we didn't know the forest basically talked the entire day because there's crickets that are basically making noises the entire day, so it sounds like the forest is constantly talking.
Yeah, the first day we got here, it was really annoying, but then
you
so
just
it's the
don't
third night
get
here now.
used to
It begins to become like a background noise, like how at home you have like the ocean, you have like a background noise of that. It's like a slight, constant buzzing of all the bugs.
Place to be good.
Are you guys excited about tomorrow morning? We're gonna get up and see the sunrise.
Yeah.
I
It really
Excited
helps.
to wake up at 5 o'clock.
If you don't have something to do in the morning, it's really hard to get yourself to get out of bed. But if you have something as some sort of motivation, then it's way more fun than otherwise.
All right, today's the last day of our Colorado-Utah trip. We woke up at 5:30 so we could come watch the sunrise here at Bryce Canyon. It's beautiful.
Dust. This is a place where I don't feel alone.
You don't have to go skydiving or rock climb Half Dome or be an adrenaline junkie to have adventure in your life. Sometimes adventure can be just waking up before the sun rises and being the only one on the trail.
So one of the biggest things I've learned on this 4-week vacation to this whole Colorado, Utah, Arizona trip is that you really don't know weather or elevation until you've been to Colorado, and you don't know what a rock looks like or what a vast open space looks like until you've been to Utah.
Sad when I get to the end of my hike because I know it's over, and I always look back and think, did I enjoy it as much as I could? Was I appreciating every moment of it? It's kind of like my life. It's why I drug my kids into the motorhome and started traveling, because I saw how fast it was going by, and I was worried that I wasn't getting to enjoy all of it, and that they'd get to an age where they wouldn't necessarily want to be around me, and I'd look back and go, did I fully enjoy every moment I could